All right, welcome back. So as you can see at the top of the screen here, you'll see the tab is now on the solar design and it's lit up as green. So that's the tab that you're currently on. So first we entered the lead, now we're over on the solar design screen. And let's say you needed to change the customer details or you had, an incorrect piece of information. You can always click here and go back into the details and change whatever you need to change. Now, something I want you to note here as well is there's also this cloud storage area where you can actually click into it, and any documents that you've uploaded, any proposals that you've created for this homeowner, you can actually access it from this cloud storage area. And then secondly, this last tab is the timeline. So this will actually show you everything that you've done within this opportunity. So where we typed in only panels on the back of the home, that's recorded. Anytime you make a panel change, anything of that nature, it's going to be recorded in this timeline. All right. So now it comes to the design phase. So a couple of other things to note here is we typically require 24 hours notice to create a design for you and your homeowner. Now, we do understand that sometimes there's a hot lead and you got to get it right then. We understand that happens. So if you do run into that situation where, whether it's you meet someone at a gas station or you're knocking in a neighborhood and a homeowner wants to see a proposal in the next hour, let us know on this little chat bubble. Just ask if we can do a rush design. We'll see what we can do to fit it in for you, and we'll do our best to accommodate that. But not all the time will we be able to do that for you. So just keep in mind, more often than not, we do require that 24-hour time period in order to get that design completed for you. All right, so moving forward, something to keep in mind as well, just a pro tip is when you click this request design, this is actually what allows our designers to receive your request for the design. So I'm going to click here. As you can see, the date and the time is already entered. You don't need to worry about the coordinates. Those will actually automatically enter or be saved from the address, the site when we entered them there. Now the target offset, this is very important. So little pro tip here, what we recommend is always going for 95, maybe 100% offset, because you can actually take panels away from the system and it will update the offset accordingly. Now it may not update the actual image and the picture of the solar design, but it will update that offset, which is one of the most important things. So the design is going to just be a general outlook of what it's going to look like, what the panels and the layout is going to look like on the roof, but you can sort of play around with it if the homeowner would like less production or in some cases more production. Just be very mindful that our designers, they are upheld to different setbacks within various markets. So you always want to make sure that if you do add panels, there may be a potential risk of getting a change order pending down the road. So taking away panels, not so much of a big deal. Adding panels, a little bit more of a deal. Doesn't mean you can't do it. You just want to make sure there's enough space on the roof for that. So recommend doing the 95 to 100% offset. And then also here, this is another great place for our designers. It's going to go directly to them, and they look at these notes religiously. So if you have, let's say you don't want any panels on the front, or it's a Sunnova lease, that's something that you would want to type in here so that our team knows it. Or maybe the homeowner wants a ground mount. This would be a perfect place to put that information. And just another little tip that I would recommend is always when requesting the design, always give yourself at least 2 hours before the actual appointment time so you can catch any errors that come through. Let's say they provide a design and it's not exactly what you were looking for. Well, then you can just resubmit it. Let us know. We'll take care of it for you. But it's just also good to give you a little bit of time to create whatever proposals you'd like to before the meeting. So just good preparation tool there. So I'll say no panels on the front. All right. So let's go ahead and submit this baby to the design team.